It's time for the Northwoods Cooking Show. Starring Uncle Roy and Miss Callie, the troublemaking dog.
Hi, and welcome to the Northwoods Cooking Show. It's our Halloween special again. Woohoo! And of course, I'm the hunter of the Northwoods.
You ain't nothing but a hand.
And my lovely assistant, my prey of the day, is Callie the squirrel. Come here, Callie. Come here. Tweet. Come here. She is dressed as a little squirrel. Look at her. Oh. Come here, Callie. Come here. Sit. 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 Oh, look at her little acorn. Oh. She got a little acorn and little legs coming around here. Oh, yeah. And then she got her little squirrel head. Yeah. See? She got a little squirrel hat on. a little face there. Yeah. Yeah, show everybody at home. Oh, poor Miss Callie, the squirrel. The squirrel and a hunter for Halloween. And she even got the big tail on the back, too. Oh, I can't laugh at you, Callie. You're just so cute. Yeah, you're so pretty. Little squirrel. I deserve a second treat. A second treat for embarrassment. There you go, Callie. Callie, here you go. Treat. So we're going to be making Halloween treats for today. And we're going to start out with making some ghoulish cupcakes. This way I'm going to take and make it so simple for you at home to do that you can just use a box mix. I got recipes for cake mixes that are really moist and really good made from scratch. But in today's world, everybody's in a hurry. We don't have time to do a lot of baking and cooking from scratch. And I found that out too when I was out shopping the other day at Rainbow and I was asking people and looking at their shopping carts what they're buying. It's a lot of prepackaged stuff. And I talked to people and they said we just don't have the time to make it. So I'm going to try to show you some recipes here that are just quick and very simple to do. And you can use your own little pre-mixed packaging and stuff. So it's much easier. And what I'm going to do is a cake mix. Now there's a lot of different cake mixes that are out there. This one here I'm doing is a red velvet chocolate cake, which is wonderful. But I've discovered that when you buy your cake mixes, there's many different brands. Look for ones that have oil in it, that you have to put oil in, because oil will make your cake mixes so moist. Not just water by itself or shortening or butter, but the vegetable oil makes them really super moist, and that's really good. So for this cake mix, we need 1 1/4 cups of water. And these are almost all of them are basically the same. They're very similar. But some don't have oil in, so you got to be careful what you're getting. And this one here calls for 3 eggs. Yeah, look at the squirrel. She's so cute. Oh, Callie, you're just a picture of loveliness. Yes, you are. You're so pretty. And she don't even fight it. No, she likes wearing it. She likes her costumes. She likes having fun with Uncle Roy. Oh, don't you? Well, I better take off my jacket. It's getting warm here in the kitchen. And I don't want my microphone to be hitting that jacket all the time either. So now we just take and mix this up for 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds, we'll just take and scrape down the bowl. This is like blood red, Callie. Oh, Dracula red. Oh, look how red that is. Oh, mine wasn't that red when I went at the fair. Now we'll just put this on medium. And we'll beat this up until it's fluffy for about 3 minutes. Okay, now those are done. Now I got my papers in my muffin tins. And I got little trick or treat on the paper, little black and white trick or treat. And I got some with little pumpkins on it too. Oh, look at little pumpkins. Yeah. See? Oh, look at that squirrel. That squirrel is just so lovely. It is so lovely. Look at sniff. Oh, yeah. Any nuts in there? Oh, I don't know, Mr. Squirrel. Miss Squirrel. Oh. Yeah. Oh. But one of the things I've learned is take your spray and just lightly spray each of the paper cups. This makes the cupcake itself come out of the paper much nicer instead of just sticking all the way to the paper. And we're going to fill up our cups, and you want to make sure now that you only fill them up 2/3 full. And I'll put them in the oven, and when they're done baking and cooling down, then we'll frost and decorate, and we'll continue on with our Halloween cupcakes. Ain't that right, Miss Squirrel? Look at this squirrel. She's just so cute. Look at her. She got a little squirrel face. Yeah. Oh. See? Look at her squirrel head. We gotta get a close up of the squirrel. Callie. Okay, so while the cupcakes are baking, we're going to take and make another Halloween treat. These are going to be little individual mummy pizzas. Ooh, Callie, look at, ooh, bread. Treat, come here. What's this? And what we do is just take and cut our English muffins in half, lay those open. Yeah, my little squirrel. And put on a little bit of pizza sauce on each of the muffins. Very simple to do. And you can put any kind of toppings you want to on these if you want. But what we're going to do is just leave these kind of plain, just the sauce. And then we're going to take string cheese. This is going to be our melted cheese, and we're going to take the string and pull this apart so that we get the strings. And this string cheese is going to be the wrappings for the mummy. Now we'll just cut this so that they fit across the muffin. And what we're going to do is just go cover layers of cheese, and they don't have to be perfect because it's, you know, it's kind of ghoulish and it's the mummy, so mummies aren't going to be perfect with their wrap. So the ends don't have to meet, they don't have to be all the same length and width. And you just kind of crisscross them and go about 2/3 of the way, and then leave a little space for olives. We're going to take and put those in for eyes. And we just go across and keep doing this until we fill them up. And with our olives, we want the pimentos. And if you don't have pimentos, that's fine. You can always take a little piece of red pepper and put in there. But I'll show you how that looks. And see, now I got them all covered. And if you wanted to, you could put some, pepperoni or mushrooms, etc. underneath, right on top of the sauce. And finish off with your cheese and your olives, just so you get that mummy look to it. That'll make it really cute. And then these are put into a 350-degree oven until the cheese melts, about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now we got that all baking in. Cupcakes are cooling and the pizzas are just about done. They're cooling off there too. And now we're going to make a spiced pumpkin cookies. That'll be good, Callie. My little squirrel's taking a little squirrel nap. Squirrel's in our nest on the couch. Yeah. So first of all, for the spiced pumpkin cookies, these are really good. They have a brown sugar glaze frosting on top too. And for this, we're going to need a half cup of shortening. And I'm going to be using the butter flavored Crisco so that it gives it a much buttery flavor to it. Actually, you could do like a 1/4 cup butter and a 1/4 cup shortening would be perfect. But let's see. No, take that back. I'm doing this right. It's 1 cup shortening. So I'm going to do half shortening and half butter. That's what it was. Got confused there for a minute. It's Halloween, Callies. And then we need a half cup of butter. And I just took this out of the refrigerator, so it's still quite hard. We want to soften it up. Just 20 seconds in the microwave will take and soften up just perfectly. And we're going to cream the butter and the shortening together first. And then we're going to be adding a half cup each of white sugar and brown sugar. And this cream together about 30 seconds or so, just so they get mixed together. And then we need a half cup of brown sugar. And a half cup of white sugar. And then remember, we're going to take and scrape the bowls because we want to get the sugar dissolved and all. This isn't for fair competition, but to have your cookies turn out just perfect, you want to act like as if they are on competition all the time. So what I mean by that is you want to scrape the bowl. We don't want to have those granulated crystals of sugar crunch in your cookie. We want those to be dissolved. So whip this good for about 3 minutes. And about a medium to medium high speed. And sometimes I like to take and set a timer just to make sure. 3 minutes. Here we go. And to this now, we're going to be adding 1½ teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And we need our ½ teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now remember, on your baking powder and soda, I do a lot of baking, so it doesn't bother me at all. But if you don't do that much baking, you want to check your expiration dates on your boxes and take and stir that up before you use it. Just stir up the box, both powder and soda, because when these sit in your cupboard for quite a while, they get a little stagnant, and that takes and revitalizes the leavening agents in the product. Okay, now to this we need 1 egg. And we need 1 cup of pumpkin. And we'll just mix this up. Okay, that's all mixed up now. I'm going to scrape off our beaters. Where's that little squirrel? I think we need some Halloweeny music. There, we got to set the mood, Callie, with some spooky music. Ooh, scary, scary. Ooh, squirrels are scary too. Come here. Well, to this now we need to add 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of flour. Now remember, we took the beater out. We're going to mix this in by hand because we don't want to activate that gluten. So we can have a lighter, fluffier cookie rather than a hard one. And that'll happen when you take and use the electric mixer to mix in your flour with your cookies. Then your cookies turn out to be really, really hard because you activated that gluten, and that's what makes it rubbery and hard. And we use a wooden spoon. And why the wooden spoon? Well, because the rubber spatulas, those plastic handles, they break on you when you mix in the dough. Because it starts to, when you add in your flour, it starts to get a little stiffer and thicker, and you get pressure behind that handle and crack. There you go. And you don't want to over mix this either by hand. Just make sure you get all that flour. As soon as it's all moist, and then you can stop. That's okay if there's lumps in there. That's fine, as long as you got everything mixed in. Then we just take a cookie scooper. These things are fabulous. You got to have one. And this can go on parchment paper like I like to do, or it can go on an ungreased baking sheet too. Now remember, make sure that your cookie sheets don't have any edges. See, these are flat. They don't have edges around there. Because the edges, those kind of pans are mostly for like a jelly roll cake. And when you put your cookies in there, those sides contract, or what are the words I'm thinking of? They hold the heat in. And that'll burn your cookie. Especially if they're dark. You just want the old-fashioned tin flat cookie sheets that Grandma or Mom used to have. Those work the best. So just pop these down, about 2 inches apart or so. I like to alternate my rows. I do like 4, 3, 4, 3, so that I can get extra rows of cookies in there. I can get more on the sheet, and I'm spacing them in between each of the cookies. Kind of kitty wampus like. That way I can get more in. And then we'll put these in the oven at 375 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. And remember, whenever you follow a recipe, always go by the smallest amount of time first. You can always keep them in longer, but once they pass that mark, they're done. You can't go back. So you don't want to overcook your cookie either and make it burnt or even harder yet. So let's go check these in about 8 minutes. Okay, our cookies are all done. They've been cooling on the table. And now I'm making the sauce. This is the frosting. And this here was a half cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of butter, and a tablespoon of milk. And you just heat it until the butter melts. We don't want to bring it to a boil because we're not making caramels. So you don't want it to crystallize or anything. So we don't want to, make peanut brittle or anything else. So you just want until that melts. So just like as soon as the butter melts, take it off. We don't want it to boil. And to this now, we're going to need 1 cup of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. A friend of mine who I gardened for, my second garden, they gave me a gift certificate for Christmas last year, and I bought the vanilla. This is at pure vanilla extract, finest quality, premier quality. Anyway, this is the kind you get at Williams-Sonoma. Very expensive. It's $20 for this bottle of vanilla. Oh my God. I can't afford to go out and buy that, but I used the gift certificate and bought that for me as a gift. I love it though. It gives it that's the best vanilla flavor I've ever came across. Anyway, we mix this together, and this is going to be our frosting. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh. And these are the finished spiced pumpkin cookies. Nice little frosting of that panucci. I think that's what the frosting is called. Boy, is that ever good, isn't it, Callie? Just had enough samples. Next, we're going to take and frost cupcakes. Oh, the squirrel shut it off for fur. Nope. Couldn't take the costume anymore, huh, Callie? So we got a half a cup of butter. And to this, we're going to beat this up for about 30 seconds. And to this, we need 4 cups of powdered sugar. I just take and scrape it off on the inside of the bag when I can to level things off. Yeah, my little squirrel ran away. What happened to my little squirrel? A teaspoon of vanilla. And a quarter cup of milk. And we just blend that together until it's nice and fluffy. Oh, what's that? I'm smelling. Ooh, scary. Scary, scary Halloweeny. And you can add a couple of drops more if you want to make a thinner frosting. Until you get a nice spreading consistency. Oh, sure, now you come around. Yeah, your squirrel costume, you're sleeping all day. Oh. And then you can just get as creative as you want to. And what we're going to do with the white one, we're going to make all different kinds here. Well, first of all, we're going to take and just frost these here. Okay, I got these all frosted now white. And I put in, about a third cup chocolate chips and about a tablespoon of white shortening. And we'll microwave this for about 2 minutes, about a minute and a half. Okay, the chocolate's all melted. Now you want to take and massage that shortening into the chocolate so it's all thoroughly incorporated. You don't want to have a separation of the two, so really mix it well. Then, put a little air pressure behind it. Take a toothpick and poke a hole in the bottom. Then, after you get those rings there of chocolate, start from the center and just pull out into spokes. Start from the center and just drag out. And you can make as many divisions as you want to. And what we're doing is making a spider web. Scary music, Callie. I remember that movie. I can't remember where it came from, but I remember those kids. Scary movie. Then, as you can see, we got our spider webs on our cupcakes. And then we just put a spider in the middle there, Callie. Oh, real scary. Oh, spider. And these are those little plastic spider rings the kids can take and wear and run around the house in. And you got treats for your neighbors and friends that come over for a little party. And we got little spider cupcakes. Ah, scary, scary, scary. Then, with these other dozen, took a bunch of chocolate cookies, crushed them up, Oreos, sandwich cookies, And then we'll just take and dip these in the cookies. So we have dirty cupcakes. Is that it? No.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
Worms.
Why?
Oh.
What are you?
I think they're going. We can get Kathy and Annie, huh?
And I just take and stick them in the old wear. So you got dirt with worms coming out of them. Makes it kind of a festive little cupcake.
Gave her mother 41. And when she saw what she had done,
She gave her father 41.
I went to my little house. We are not presenting a romantic comedy.
Aren't those festive? All of our lovely treats that we made today. These are the spice pumpkin cookies with a panucci frosting. It's really good. We've got our spider cupcakes and our dirty cupcakes with worms coming up out of the dirt. And our cute little old mummy pizzas. Special treats for your Halloween guests when they come over to eat or have a little party. Remember, these not to be given out at the door because Minnesota law now states that all your candy has to be pre-wrapped in order to give out for children at the door. But these are great to have at home for your friends and neighbors to come over and have a little Halloween get-together of your own.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
So from Miss Callie and I, we'd like to wish you all a very happy Halloween and to eat healthy and be safe, especially on Halloween. And spread the sunshine. Say goodbye, Callie. Come here. Come here. Wave goodbye. Yo, yo, yo. The little squirrel's out of costume. Oh. Bye-bye. Thank you.